Got it?
Yeah.
Go on.
Once upon a time, there were 3 guys who went on a surfing holiday off the coast of Brighton Pier. Suddenly, things would go wrong for the wrong reasons. One of them went missing. Suddenly, things were starting to feel really tense for the other 2. There was no sight of the other person. Serious questions needed to be answered as to where this person had got to. Later evening, the patrol team were out and they were trying to find the missing suspect. The following day, the 2 of them were trying to get on with their everyday lives, but it was a really difficult time for them as they were all really close. The next morning, the 2 of them went surfing. They were trying to do everything as normal, but it would be really difficult for them as the 3 of them did a lot of surfing together. The following day, the 2 of them had breakfast together without their housemate. Where could he be? What could have happened to them? Suddenly, some serious questions needed to be answered. Who could have done this to the individual? One thing for sure is that the truth would eventually come out. It was a real concern for everybody and the individual's family. The next day, the 2 of them, they went and played some golf at the local club, and they were trying to think what could have happened to the other person. They think they might have been murdered. If so, who would have done this to an individual who was really talented at university and was a very public character? The following day, the 2 of them, they went to the seaside and went in the sea. However, things would start to go wrong. There were some people following them. Why were these people following the 2 individuals? Suddenly things started to get really hit. These individuals, they were causing real problems. Suddenly there was a real confrontation between the people. It all started to get extremely heated. These individuals lost it. Late that evening, the police arrived onto the scene. Suddenly they saw the individuals getting into a car and driving away. Suddenly the police had the individuals that they thought they were looking for. Suddenly the individuals, they were on the run. However, it was yet unclear whether one of the suspects was David Ritchie. But one thing for sure, if this was David Ritchie, he's a very dangerous individual. The next day, the 3 of them were reunited. The missing suspect, he had been attacked and then he had gone to hospital. But one thing for sure, whoever attacked the individual, they were facing a life sentence in prison for their actions. Their actions were despicable. The next day, the 3 of them, they went out to a nightclub in the city centre of Brighton. However, as they entered the nightclub, the four masked men entered the club, and the four men, they took a mobile phone and stole some money from one of the person's bank. However, it wasn't known at this stage as to why these people were being targeted. Suddenly, as the sun began to go down, the 3 of them, they got the taxi back to the house, and when they got back to the house, they went straight to bed. But what they didn't know is that there was some dangerous individuals who were from the Israeli area of Tel Aviv. These dangerous individuals tried to enter the house. However, as one of them called the police, they went away. Suddenly there was a dramatic twist. The individuals, they were making really personal remarks against the 3 people. However, the 3 people, they would stand up and be counted. One of them tried to wrestle them down to the floor, but the individuals would put up a fight. However, they would be detained by police and they would have to go back to Tel Aviv, where they would spend life in prison for their involvement in following the 3 people home after they'd been to the nightclub. The next day, they went to the gym to do their workout when suddenly one of the individuals had his key stolen behind his back. While he was on his way to the gym, suddenly it all started to get really heated. It would remain to be seen whether the person who had his keys stolen, he would manage to get his keys back. The next day, the person who got his keys stolen, he would get his keys back, what had got stolen. And the 3 of them, they would go out to a restaurant and go for lunch at Pizza Express, and they would have really excellent customer service. Later that afternoon, they went shopping. When what they didn't realise is that the supermarket where they go shopping, they wouldn't let them in. So things were starting to get really personal for the 3 people. Suddenly they made a complaint against the business for refusing them for no good reason whatsoever. The next day, however, things would really boil over from the previous day. One of the people who worked at the supermarket, they would go on the run. Suddenly this episode was yet to be over. There was a dramatic twist. One of the 3 people, they would go to the supermarket. When one of the people, he would come back, and suddenly the employee who worked at the supermarket would give the employee P45. He apologised to the 3 of them before giving sorry for everything that had happened. yeah, the person decided not to let the 3 people into the supermarket. The employee, he would not obey his employer's instructions. He decided that they couldn't go into the supermarket. The next day, the former employee of the supermarket, he would have some serious questions that he really needed to answer, and one of those questions would be why he wouldn't let the people into the supermarket when all they were doing was going to buy their shopping. They needed to get for the week. Late that evening, the 3 of them, they would settle down for the night and they would watch Mock the Week. At the end, Sam Jenkinson. Yeah, we're done.
Okay. Good.